Hi everyone, welcome to IoT, IXIS on Tech. Today I'm starting a new series called TNOS Wyatt. TNOS Wyatt? What the heck does that mean? Well, TNOS Wyatt, the news on Sunday with IXIS on Tech. So today, and every Sunday in the future, I'm going to be opening up the Google News app to see what is happening in the world of technology, cars, and a little bit of sport, because I do like my Formula 1 that will be starting in March. Today is the 1st of March, so happy St. David's Day to all those viewers in Wales. So I've got the Google News app open. You shall be able to see what I'm looking at by here. So one thing that's come up in the top 5 is get a closer look at the Xiaomi Mi Mix Alpha and MKBHD's hands-on video. So the Mi Mix Alpha is basically a wraparound mobile phone made by Xiaomi, the same people who make my phone, by the way. This is a Xiaomi Redmi Note 5. So nearly all display phone is in the wild. So it says it's been 6 months since Xiaomi unveiled the Mi Mix Alpha with its intriguing surround screen that wraps almost entirely around the phone. Now, tech YouTuber Marcus Brownlee, also known as MKBHD, has a more in-depth look at the prototype hardware running prototype software. And while it seems very polished for an unfinished product, a closer look reveals a few areas where its software needs some optimization. I guess that's when you flip it around, because with it being nearly a full wraparound screen, I have seen this, it's just got a little strip going down the side of the phone that holds all the cameras, basically, as you can see in the photo by there. But yeah, that looks an amazing phone, very expensive as well. What we've got here is we've got Mercedes, still looks supreme after testing, but Red Bull are ready to fight. That's from The Guardian. Formula 1, as I said, that begins later on this month. Something about Ferrari. So Intel has come for AMD hard. If this latest performance leak is any indication, so this is on Tech Radar. What's this then? But there's a catch with this Intel leak. So, as you're probably aware, technology world, AMD have been blitzing the scene with the processors at the moment, haven't they? Any of you got AMD Ryzen? Or are you still rocking an Intel 10th gen, maybe? So Intel's 10th generation Comet Lake S processor for desktop still aren't here. Well, we all know what's happening there, don't we? Intel. Where was I? And while we haven't heard anything from Intel itself, there's a deluge of performance leaks out there, the latest of which comes via Framed Hardware Leaker at TUM, wherever that says, and shows a supposed Intel Core i7-10700KF scoring 294.33 GOPS on SIS software. A CPU arithmetic benchmark. Wow, that's a lot of words, isn't it? For comparison's sake, the AMD Ryzen 7 3800X can score around 308. So there we go. So the AMD 7 is better than the Intel Core i7-10700KF. That's on Tech Radar. If you want to check out any of these news articles that I'm going through, I'm not going to bother leaving links because I'm just too lazy and it's Sunday afternoon. But you can just Google or have a look on the respective websites. Here we go, this is something for you Welshies out there. A huge queue in Cardiff for limited edition Lego figures. Android's biggest problems even worse than you thought. Yeah, I don't particularly like the Express website. Top 10 Android apps of February 2020. Dark mode on Google Play Store. Google Wear OS will increase focus on health and fitness feature. So I'm rocking a Xiaomi Mi Band 2, but I do regularly wear a Sony Smartwatch 3 when I'm in work, mostly because I can text from it, receive text and read texts. I would like the TicWatch Pro, but I know there's a new 2020 version now, but the one I've seen on Amazon, it's like £194, and apparently that's slow and a bit glitchy. But you never know in the future. I might rock up with one of those one day when a TicWatch Pro, because I just love the dual screen it's got on it. But anyway, going off topic here. What else have we got? Oh, there we go. Talking of TicWatch Pro, the Mobvoi TicPods 2 Pro review. So they're the little earphones, obviously the wireless earphones like AirPods, for example. Google finally acknowledges Bluetooth disconnection issue. Google finally acknowledges Bluetooth disconnection issues on home speakers. I haven't done any of that. Is this Sony PlayStation 5? Is this the Sony PlayStation 5 you would buy? Windows 10 is falling apart, so it's a great time to fall in love with a Chromebook. Now, this is interesting as well. What Hi-Fi has 5 things we learned about watching BT Sports live 8K broadcast. So how did they do that then? So live 8K broadcasts are coming sooner than you think. Here's what we learned from watching the BT Sports First 8K trial. So Watt Hi-Fi went to Arsenal's Emirates Stadium to watch the club's match with Greek team Olympiakos, both on the pitch and in 8K on an 82-inch Samsung QLED TV. They were impressed, and here's what they learned from the experience about 8K broadcasts. 8K broadcasts are starting sooner than you think. Well, at the moment, the only thing I can get in 4K is Netflix, YouTube, obviously, Amazon Prime. Virgin in the UK, they do have their 8K channel, and of course Sky have their 8K as 8K, 4K I meant to say, jeez. Let's have a look. So BT Sport is being aggressive about its 8K plans. The company intends to broadcast live English football matches in 8K as early as next season. And we're not just talking about one-offs. The higher resolution images will be part of BT's Ultimate package, and the transmission will be able to adjust the picture resolution according to your TV and internet bandwidth. So you won't necessarily need a new TV. Well, no, because it's going to downscale, isn't it, obviously. Another surprise is that you won't necessarily need a new TV, of course. Here, TV, what? I think that should be the TV you have will need to be capable of showing an 8K image, but according to Samsung spokesman, any of the company's 8K sets using the 2018 platform onwards would be able to show the BT Sport 8K broadcast. So what does it say you need for 8K then? Ooh, this is where many of us may struggle. We were told that an internet speed of about 70 megabits per second would need to be necessary to watch the 8K HDR picture in all glory. That's well beyond many households currently enjoy, even when using optical fibre. This is obviously an area that needs more work in many areas of the country. So here in the UK, average broadband speeds, last time I checked, was around about 54, 58 megabits per second. In my household, we have Virgin Media. We're on the 100 megabits plan. I think that's about £40 odd, but we do have TV with that. And I know Virgin, they do up to 325, 350 megabits, but in the news earlier on today, on Sunday, March the 1st, was that in areas of Birmingham in the UK, they're trying out 1 gigabit. Fast. Anyway, let's crack on with some more news. The best web browsers for Android. So I did have a read of this earlier on today, and it's going on about Mozilla Firefox. They built a whole new rendering engine for their browser, which means it doesn't rely on Chromium, which is what nearly all browsers run on the Android platform use. But yeah, it's near the same speed as Google Chrome on your phone. Amazon's first Echo Studio is on sale for the first time. Oh, that's that 360-degree speaker. You can pair them up. It's got an inbuilt subwoofer. Apparently, it does Atmos as well. What else we got? Canon PowerShot G9X Mark III to be announced soon if you're into your digital cameras. Internet access hangs by a thread for hundreds of millions. Hangs by a thread? How are we going to watch YouTube? So what's this then? Sharks might not threaten our internet connection, but fishermen certainly do. Okay then. So it says the world's online networks are powered by a complex system of underground cabling, supplemented in some regions by satellite links. So around 380 undersea cables carry over 99.5% of all transoceanic data, running for 750,000 miles across the ocean floor. So I guess that article's just on about deep sea dredging, deep sea fisher, nets, catching, yeah. Let's have a scroll down. PS5 and Xbox Series X will have cross-gen games, but does that put you off? Well, that's a good question. So, if your mate's an Xboxer, you're a PS5er, you both got the same games, or PS4, should I say. Well, this is PS5. You'd like to be able to have a chat with them, wouldn't you? And maybe play them in that particular game. Google Stadia, planning digital dev summit after... I flipped by past, didn't it? MIUI 12 for Xiaomi users out there. List of Xiaomi devices to get its latest system update. I don't think I'll get this on my Xiaomi Redmi Note 5, to be honest. Right, yes, DAS. Any Formula 1 fans out there? Leave a comment below if you're a Formula 1 fan. Mercedes driver unsure DAS will be used in Australia. So DAS, it's not really technology, but it's to do with cars. You push and pull on the steering wheel with Lewis Hamilton and Valtteri Bottas, and it changes the camber of the front wheel. So camber is where they tilt in and out. So that helps with going around corners more stabler. Yeah. Right, Australian police pull over a Tesla. Watch what happened next. So you can't have any news on that, something about a Tesla here, can you? So a police officer pulled over a Tesla owner as he was driving in Jurien Bay, a town in Western Australia. The Tesla owner the police pulled over was Twitter user GPTSLA, who was driving his Tesla Model 3. And usually when one is pulled over, it's a serious business. However, in this case, serious business turned into something serious, some serious ogling. Oh, God. So the police would purse on a Tesla then. No point in watching that then. 5 small smart devices that can prevent major home. I'll start that one again. 5 smart devices that can prevent major home damage. So this is on Engadget's website. So smart smoke alarms, plus sensors for water, freeze, temperature, and contact. Okay. So this was done in partnership with Wirecut. If you're a regular reader of Engadget, you'll see that they do pair up with them sometimes. So what we've got there, water sensor, a little plastic device that runs on Zigbee. Typically it will work with your smart homes, smart home hub, for example. I use Xiaomi in my home, so that'll be a Zigbee sensor. Put it like behind the back of the washing machine, under your boiler, for example. It detects then with 2 contacts of water, makes those 2 contacts connect, and then it'll send a beep to your device. What else have we got? Smart smoke alarms. Yeah, we've all about the Nest ones, haven't we? So if you're not in your home and the alarm goes off, then obviously you get an alert on your phone. Temperature sensors. I've got 2 of those already. One in the bedroom up here and one in the living room, so I can check on the Xiaomi Mi Home app what the temperatures are basically in my home. So most of those work well. Obviously your thermostat. A contact sensor. Okay, so windows or doors. So if something is open or closed. So again, I've got one of these connected up to my Xiaomi gateway. So the front door at the moment is set for 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock. So if you come in after that time, as soon as you open the front door, it turns on the hallway light. And that's it. Nothing about freezing. The Vaio SX12 offers too little for too much. So it's a really expensive laptop. But I think they may have spelled Vaio wrong, because Vaio used to be part of Sony. Sony sold off Vaio as a separate company, and they still make laptops. Laptops as far as I'm aware. And one of them even has a VGA output. That was in the news a while back. Nokia, how American am I? Sorry, Nokia 9.2 flagship render is shown as Oreo quad rear camera setup. Okay, so Oreo is referring to the circle on the back where the camera lens is in there. The Verge says Moment will stop developing its pro camera app for Android. Don't know what that is. Ooh, that looks interesting. Vivo's new concept phone features a gimbal stabilizing camera. Let's click on that and see what that's about, shall we? I've never heard of this website before, Petapixel. Chinese smartphone company Vivo has unveiled its new Apex 2020 5G concept smartphone. It's a device that comes with a number of interesting photography-related features, including what the company calls a gimbal stabilizing camera. Well, there we go. There's a little animation there. Looks good. On the bottom of the module is 48 megapixel gimbal camera. Vivo says it managed to embed a tiny gimbal-like structure into the main wide-angle camera, providing twice the stabilization as traditional optical image stabilization systems. Interesting. AMD solves some huge problems with its latest Radeon drivers. Okay, 4K versus 8K. On-screen rant upgrade not worth it, and here's the evidence. Ooh. Now this I've seen a lot of recently on the old YouTubes. You need to see this small PC case. That's the NZXT something 10 or something like that. Looks a very interesting PC case. Some people are calling it a resemblance to the new Xbox. What they call it, the Xbox Series X case that comes like a tall PC, games console, should we say. Okay, 25 new Android games from the week of February 24th, 2020. Google Doodles. Celebrates the man behind Alice in Wonderland. We've got there about the E3. Facebook fixed the known Oculus Link version problem. Virgin Media broadband speed boost will have BT seriously worried. Again, the Express website, don't particularly want to click on that one. But I think it's because it's on about the gigabit. Remember I was on about that earlier on, the gigabit internet from Virgin Media up in the Midlands. What else have we got here? FBI over $140 million handed over to ransomware attackers. Hands-on with case design for 2020 iPad Pro models. Now, God, that's just a case. Yeah, there was something on this Google News app earlier on today about oh no, Apple, don't put a trackpad on the iPad and make it into a MacBook, whatever it's called. Yeah. Oh, this one looks interesting as well. Somebody hacked a Google Home Mini into a rotary phone. So a rotary phone, for all you youngsters out there, was an old-fashioned telephone. You'd have the receiver, you'd have the little dial, well, I say dial pad. You have to put your finger in it and go. Yeah, let's have a look what this says then. So somebody hacked a Google Home Mini into a rotary phone. So someone took apart a rotary phone, removed the call-making guts of it, and replaced them with Google Home Mini. The best part about this massive circuitry, the receiver acts as the smart speaker's output. Yes. Yeah, if you want to read that one, that is on Android Authority. Yeah, I think that was on Android Authority. Where we got music, football, Tesla's big battery in Australia is becoming a bigger nightmare for fossil fuel power generators. Now, this one looks interesting as well. The TP-Link has a KP303. It's a smart Wi-Fi power strip. So TP-Link, they make obviously Wi-Fi routers, but they also make a load of smart home items as well. So this is 3 plugs that can be individually assigned. So your Google Home or that Amazon device. And I don't think it works with Apple yet. So the pros of this is a convenient design, a powerful app and a great value, but the only cons is it's a short power cable. So at the review price it was £42, 42 UK pounds, and it also comes with 2 USB charging ports. That only one of them, if you use one at a time, that can support quick charging. And 2 USB power sockets in. These are rated at a total of 2.4 amps, not individually, so you won't get fast charging on 2 phones. However, they will be useful for powering a security camera or the like, if you want to get rid of yet another adapter. So the little bricks, obviously. Yeah, they're saying that the 90 centimeter power cable to plug it into the main outlet on the wall, for example, is a bit too short. 90 centimeter, as we know, that's less than from there to there. So keep an eye out for that if you're in the market for a smart power strip. What we've got here, Ferrari goes after New Zealander who stuffed a rotary engine into a 456 GT. Now, rotary engine, that's the Mazda rotary Wankel engine. Yeah, I said that right, didn't I? Who was doing that? Wasn't that like Tavares? Yeah, Tavares, YouTuber, does a lot with cars. He bought like a GT something car, and that had like a Mazda rotary Wankel engine, and he was going to take that out and stick it into this Lamborghini or something, Lamborghini replica body that he had, but in the end he gave up on it. Here you go, IDC, the GSM Arena. IDC reports the Indian wearable device market is booming with basic wearables and Xiaomi at the helm. Xiaomi. Ooh, McLaren long tail model officially confirmed for March 3rd reveal. So what will be today, the 1st, tomorrow Monday, so Tuesday. If you like your McLarens, then check out the long tail model. On leap year day, Raspberry Pi 4 cost is sliced. So Raspberry Pi, let's have a look. I did read this earlier on, for just $35, and that's you get I think 2 gig of RAM with that one as well. The Pi 4, $35 if you want to tinker with a little Raspberry Pi. Now this is an interesting one, the ViewSonic. So get this fast 27-inch 144Hz IPS gaming monitor for $288 if you can wait a month. So this is on PC Gamer. So ViewSonic, they make some good looking monitors out there. So why have you got to wait a month? $32 saving isn't going to change anyone's life, but for what you're getting here, it's a fantastic price. For example, Asus model offers the same features, but it sells for $372. So if you want to take advantage of that offer, the ViewSonic 27-inch IPS monitor, 1440p, 144Hz, $287.99. Head on over to PC Gamer and click the link, but it's also on Amazon, Amazon.com. Amazon anticipates shipping orders out on March 23rd. Google Stadia's free tier might finally be on the way. So you just pay for a controller, and I think you pay the game for up to an hour. More about the Formula 1 testing. Ooh, now then, Eurogamer are reporting in theory, can a 4 teraflop GPU cut it for a next-gen console? Yeah, cookies. You want to have a read on that one, head over to Eurogamer. Oh, and Lad Bible are reporting Delta passengers' MacBook screen destroyed after a person in front reclined. Crushed monitor, anyone? Now, this I read yesterday. This is on Trusted Reviews. So this absurd Pixel 4 deal is nearly £100 cheaper than going SIM free. So this EU contract deal gets you a Pixel 4 for less than buying the Google flagship outright. So basically, you can pay £23 a month. And £35 up front for the Pixel 4 with the latest handset from Google. So this isn't the XL version, but I think you get, was it 4 gig of data? Yeah, 4 gig of data, unlimited minutes and texts. Just use Payday 15 if you go to their website, which might be Carphone Warehouse. Oh no, mobiles.co.uk. There we go. Microsoft Surface Duo Shocker dual screen Android phone to arrive early. Now, I did read this earlier on today as well, because this looks an interesting device. It's basically 2 phone screens together, but you can also bend them around, so you can, it's foldable, but it's just 2 separate screens. There's no worry about a crease in the middle of the screen. So previously than Windows, Microsoft, they had said Holiday 2020. Now, Holiday 2020 normally means the end of the year, according to the Americans. But this could be coming as early as this summer. So start saving those pennies if you like to buy the Microsoft Surface Duo. Weekly poll: Sony asks for a second chance with Xperia 1 2, indicated by II after the 1, and Xperia 10 2. What? A year after the rebranding and change of direction of its mobile line, Sony unveiled the Mark II models with multiple improvements. Sony seems to have delivered just a phone that people were asking for, but will you get one? Well, it's got a bigger sensor then, hasn't it? We'll start with the Sony Xperia 1 2, that is Mark II. The triple 12 megapixel camera features major improvements from the previous generation. For the first time, the cameras use Zeiss calibrated lenses with Zeiss T-Star coating that reduces reflections that may create ghost effects. The main camera has a much larger sensor than before. I never know how to read these little things. 1/17 of an inch versus 5/5 of an inch? 5/5? The autofocus system can perform 60 AFE calculations per second, and the camera can shoot bursts at 20 frames per second. 4K at 60 frames. There's no 8K support, however. What do you think? Sony phones used to be quite good. They used to be called bland. I still got my Sony Xperia T that I use as a dash cam in my car with an app on it, and I use my Sony Xperia Z2 in the mornings to watch iPlayer News, BBC News in the morning. Something about Dartford Tunnel. Right, so if you use Gmail, there's one file you should always be wary of. Again, it's on the Express. I ain't clicking on there because of all the bleh that comes up with it. The most expensive 2020 Cadillac, a CT4-V, costs $58,725 doll hairs. Ooh, Ryzen. AMD's chiplet design affords massive cost-cutting opportunities. So the chiplet design, yeah, that's connected with their something fabric, isn't it, to make the chips faster. What does it say? White matters. AMD during its International Solid State Circuits Conference, wow, that's a mouthful, 2020, keynote earlier this month showed just how much financial headroom its decision to go with multi-chip module approach affords. As Tech Power Up highlights, by limiting the components made on 7nm to those that would tangibly benefit from cutting-edge fabrication process, the CPU cores, while leaving other elements like the I/O on a larger and less expensive process, significant cost savings can be achieved. So that's probably how they managed to get AMD Ryzen chips a lot cheaper than what Intel chips are. What else have we got? Oh, there we go. And there is the news for today. So thank you very much for joining me on the 1st of March, Sunday the 1st of March 2020, for the inaugural, the pilot episode of TNOS Wyatt. TNOS Wyatt, I think I need to work on that one, don't I? The news on Sunday with IXIS on Tech. So whatever you're doing this evening, what's the time? It is 6:19 p.m. I'm hoping to get this out before 7 o'clock. Let's hope my fingers do this quick editing. I'll catch you again, hopefully next Sunday, for more news on Sunday with IXIS on Tech. Anyway, enjoy the rest of your week. Hope you get up early tomorrow for work on Monday. I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.